Manuel Luis Quezon y Molina. The name itself resonates with the spirit of the Philippines. Born on August 19, 1878, in the humble town of Baler, Quezon, his early life was a blend of simple beginnings and a thirst for knowledge. This thirst led him to pursue education, eventually graduating as a lawyer. Little did anyone know that this young man from Baler would one day lead his nation on the world stage. Quezon's path was not paved with privilege. He experienced the hardships faced by ordinary Filipinos under Spanish colonial rule. This fueled his desire for freedom and justice. His early involvement in the revolution against Spain showcased his courage and leadership. These qualities would later define his presidency. From those early days as a revolutionary fighter to his entry into politics, Quezon carried the hopes and dreams of his countrymen. He possessed a natural charisma that drew people to him. His ability to connect with the common man, understand their struggles, and articulate their aspirations made him a beloved figure. Quezon's political career was marked by a steady ascent to power. He served as a provincial prosecutor, honing his legal skills and understanding the intricacies of governance. His election to the Philippine Assembly in 1907 marked the beginning of his journey on the national stage. As a legislator, Quezon was a force to be reckoned with. His eloquence and sharp intellect were evident in his speeches and debates. He championed the cause of Philippine independence, advocating for greater autonomy from the United States. His efforts resonated with the people, solidifying his position as a leader of the independence movement. His appointment as resident commissioner to the United States in 1909 provided him with a platform to advance the cause of Philippine independence on an international level. Quezon skillfully navigated the corridors of power in Washington, D.C., lobbying American officials and garnering support for his cause. The year 1935 marked a pivotal moment in Philippine history. The country was on the cusp of independence, transitioning from an American colony to the Commonwealth of the Philippines. Manuel L. Quezon, the fiery advocate for freedom, was elected as its first president. As president, Quezon faced the daunting task of building a nation from the ground up. He laid the groundwork for a modern Philippine state, focusing on education, economic development, and social justice. He believed that a strong and independent Philippines needed a solid foundation in these areas. His administration implemented significant reforms, including the establishment of a national language, the promotion of Filipino culture, and the strengthening of national defense. Quezon's vision was clear: to create a Philippines that was self-reliant, prosperous, and respected on the world stage. The world watched in horror as the flames of war engulfed Europe in 1939. The rise of Nazi Germany cast a long shadow, threatening the very foundations of peace and freedom. The persecution of Jews in Europe, a chilling echo of ancient hatred, sent shockwaves across the globe. News of the atrocities committed against Jewish communities reached the Philippines, a nation thousands of miles away, yet connected by the shared values of humanity and compassion. President Quezon, a man who understood the plight of the oppressed, refused to remain silent. He recognized the moral imperative to act, to offer refuge to those fleeing persecution. In a world consumed by darkness, Quezon chose to be a beacon of hope, opening the doors of the Philippines to those seeking sanctuary from the storm. Section 5. A Beacon of Hope. Quezon's decision to open the Philippines to Jewish refugees was not merely a political calculation. It was a testament to his character, his deep-seated belief in the inherent dignity of all human beings. He saw beyond the labels of race and religion, recognizing the shared humanity that bound us all. In a world where borders were closing and hearts were hardening, Quezon's compassion shone through. He understood the plight of the refugees, the fear and uncertainty that gripped their lives. He knew that the Philippines, despite its own challenges, had a moral obligation to help. His administration worked tirelessly to facilitate the entry of Jewish refugees, cutting through bureaucratic red tape and streamlining immigration procedures. Quezon's message was clear: the Philippines would be a haven for those seeking refuge from the storm. Section 6. Open hearts, open doors. The arrival of Jewish refugees in the Philippines was met with open arms and warm smiles. Filipinos, known for their hospitality and generosity, embraced the newcomers, offering them not just a safe haven but a sense of belonging. Communities across the country rallied to support the refugees, providing them with food, shelter, and employment opportunities. Schools opened their doors to refugee children, ensuring that their education continued uninterrupted. The refugees, forever grateful for the lifeline extended to them, quickly integrated into Philippine society. They contributed their skills and talents to the nation's development, enriching the cultural tapestry of the country. Section 7. Facing the challenges. Quezon's decision to welcome Jewish refugees was not without its challenges. Some voiced concerns about the economic impact of absorbing a large influx of immigrants. Others questioned the wisdom of offering refuge at a time when the Philippines itself faced an uncertain future. Yet, Quezon stood firm in his conviction. He understood the risks involved, but believed that the moral imperative to help outweighed any potential drawbacks. He argued that the Philippines, as a nation founded on principles of compassion and justice, could not turn its back on those in need. His unwavering commitment to humanitarianism, his ability to see beyond political expediency and embrace the higher calling of human decency, set him apart as a leader of extraordinary moral courage. Section 8. A legacy of compassion. Manuel L. Quezon's life was tragically cut short on August 1, 1944, as World War II raged on. He died in Saranac Lake, New York, far from his beloved Philippines. Yet his legacy, much like the man himself, loomed large over the nation he helped build. Quezon's unwavering commitment to freedom, his tireless efforts to uplift the Filipino people, and his extraordinary compassion for those fleeing persecution cemented his place as one of the Philippines' most revered figures. He left behind a legacy of service, a testament to the power of courage, empathy, and unwavering belief in the human spirit. His decision to open the doors of the Philippines to Jewish refugees stands as a shining example of humanitarianism, a beacon of hope in one of the darkest chapters of human history. It is a legacy that continues to inspire generations of Filipinos, reminding them of their nation's proud tradition of compassion and generosity. Section 9. Quezon's mark on history. The story of Manuel L. Quezon is not just a tale confined to the pages of Philippine history books. It is a story that resonates far beyond the archipelago's shores, a testament to the power of one man's vision and the impact it can have on the lives of countless others. His decision to offer refuge to Jewish refugees during World War II stands as a powerful reminder that even in the face of adversity, even when confronted with the darkest impulses of humanity, we have the capacity for compassion, for empathy, for extraordinary acts of kindness. Quezon's legacy is etched in the annals of history, not just as a Filipino patriot, but as a global citizen, a man who understood that the bonds of humanity transcended borders and ideologies. His story serves as an inspiration, a call to action for all of us to embrace the spirit of compassion and extend a helping hand to those in need. Section 10. Remembering the Great Emancipator. Today, as we navigate a world grappling with its own set of challenges, Quezon's legacy serves as a guiding light. It reminds us that true leadership lies not just in wielding power, but in wielding compassion, in recognizing the inherent dignity of all human beings, regardless of their background or beliefs. Let us remember Manuel L. Quezon, not just as the father of Philippine independence, but as a champion of humanity, a man who dared to open his heart and his nation to those seeking refuge from the storm. Let his story inspire us to embrace the values of compassion, empathy, and unwavering belief in the human spirit. Let us honor his memory by continuing his legacy of kindness, by building bridges of understanding, and by extending a helping hand to those in need. For in doing so, we not only honor the memory of a great man, but we also reaffirm our commitment to building a more just and compassionate world.